Hey everyone, Wazoo here with another video, and this one is kind of a special update. I guess yesterday on February 9th, 2023, there was a update finally for the Ultima 6 Exhult remake. Yeah. I'm not sure if that's Exhult Ultima 6 remake or Ultima 6 Exhult remake. There was a project released for the Ultima community. If you haven't heard of Exhult before, there was a project release for the Ultima community several years ago where there was an attempt to sort of create an open source engine and modify the gameplay for the Ultima 7 game. And since then, it's sort of taken on a path where different developers have taken the engine to try and apply the same process to other existing Ultima games. But before we read this blog post update, let's just quickly click into the info just to make sure that we're all on the same page, because it has been a while since this was updated. Okay, so the goal of this project is to update Ultima 6 using Ultima 7 graphics and the Exhult engine, for those of us who aren't into the 3D feel of the Ultimas. It has been something I always wished I could do long before Exhult came into being, but now it is possible. Dun dun dun. This conversation will stay true to the original conversion. This conversion will stay true to the original game, but update the storyline a bit to reflect the warlike atmosphere, new NPCs to help tie in loose ends, or create new side quests and elaborate on things in game that wasn't possible with the Ultima 6 engine. At present, the team consists of Ancient Orange Guy, project leader, use coder, GIMP guru, world builder, and everything else, followed by Zygon Dragon, webmaster, NPC conversion, conversation conversion, man, I can't read today, world building, Crowley, who's updating custom shapes and other stuff, and Archangel, the music maestro. Needed: people proficient in GIMP and or use code to help and to have new graphics for intro, end game, etc. Email inquiries to ancientorangeguy@yahoo.com. Okay, so let's go into the blog post by Zygon Dragon. And let's get here. Yeah, so posted yesterday, February 9th, 2023. The end is near. The end is near. I've been working on this project off and on for longer than I'd like to admit, but finally it's pretty much ready to get out the door. Over the past few years, I've worked from home, so when things have been slow, I've been able to do a lot of work on it. It will never be truly complete, but at least getting it out there in workable form, there is always room to pick it back up and make changes here and there. Pretty much everything is done. All NPCs have newer portraits that I did by hand after writing a Java program to help convert the original U6 portraits to an SI style format. Most NPC conversations are in a uniform format that I have made to resemble SI style conversations, albeit a few NPCs I've missed. The plot works, the game can be played through to the end, and I've wrapped up a few side quests. Cool. There will probably be updates to it eventually, as I had other plans for side quests, but as is, the game works. So with that said, we are shooting for an end of February beta release. Very cool. Obviously, some things will need polishing, but I'm ready to reveal a new project we've been working on. Ultima 2 for Exhult. It had been retconned in Ultima 6 to take place on Caesarea, so we have been coming up with something to fit within the lore, and it should be pretty awesome. Knowing what I know now and all the tricks I've learned along the way, an almost minor in game design shouldn't take me this long. In fact, I already have the bare bones of the map ready, at least one of the maps that is, but more on that later. I have uploaded the beginning of a playthrough of the Ultima 6 mod on my YouTube channel to hype up the release and to provide a walkthrough of sorts. I will also do a video on the side quests and other secrets out there, the ones that I can remember. Once the mod is released, I am going to probably either release videos of the progress on the Ultima 2 mod, or possibly stream it live as I'm working on it, since people like that kind of thing. You can view the first video here on my YouTube channel. Until next time, AOG. So let's go ahead and I've clicked into the YouTube video, I've got it here. And let's go ahead and check this out. I think this is going to be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it. I haven't watched it yet. I'm going in cold, as they say. And let's see how this comes across. I like the music. Oh, look at those portraits. Nice work in general. That looks pretty good. Oh, here we go. Very cool. Upon your world, 5 seasons have passed since your triumphant... Oh, you have already traded the Avatar's life of peril and adventure for the lonely serenity, but television supermen cannot take the place of friends who died at your side. Outside, a chill wind rises. And within moments, the storm is upon you. Uh-oh. Oh. This is so cool. Lightning among the stones. Is this a sign from distant Britannia? You bolt from your house, stumbling, running blind in the storm, into the forest, down the path, through the rain to the stones. Very well done. I can't wait to try this out. Gonna grab the beta for sure. Near the stones, the smell of damp, blasted earth hangs in the air. In a frozen moment of lightning-struck daylight, you glimpse a tiny obsidian stone in the midst of the circle. Wondering, you pick it up. Could it be? It's a moongate. Exultant memories wash over you as you clutch the stone. When you last saw an orb such as this, it was cast down by Lord British to banish the tyrant Blackthorn. But your joy soon gives way to apprehension. The gate to Britannia has always been blue as the morning sky. Abruptly, the portal shivers and begins to sink into the ground. Its crimson light wanes. Desperation makes the decision an easy one. Dive for it. There we go. Where am I? Dazed, you emerge from the portal to find yourself standing on a desolate plain. Nearby rests a massive rune-struck altar, shrouded in moonlit fog. Sorry, sometimes it's hard to read that font. At least for me. At first the plain is still, then 100 voices raise a slow, death-like song, drawing closer and closer with each passing moment. You are seized by an urge to run, and those are definitely gargoyles around us. Oh, the music is excellent. Well done. Arg! Oh no, he's been... But you have no place to go. Before you can offer a protest to the creatures who surround you, scaly claws grasp your body and throw you on. With unearthly strength, the monsters... Oh, kneeling, the hordes sway and chant as a stately winged nightmare steps forward. The leader unwraps a velvet-covered, brass-bound book and recites from it in a formal, stilted tongue. Shouts and jeers explode from the masses as the priest slams shut the book. In his hand, a malignant dagger drips with moonlight. You close your eyes. A dying scream, certainly your own, curdles the air. Cat calls, the dagger. A scream. Death. Whoop. Okay, missed that one. Pandemonium something. From the I cannot read that word. From the incutable, an impossibility emerges. Inevitable? Maybe from the inevitable. From the inevitable, an impossibility emerges. You are still alive. Silent red light fills the darkness. There is the wooden clack of a crossbow, and a violet fletched rose blooms in the priest's barren forehead. So the intro has definitely been touched up to Ultima VI. Friendly faces vault from a newborn Mugaint, while a rain of quarrels holds the furious mob at bay. The Knight Dupre's sword flashes twice in the darkness, slicing away your bonds. Hurry! Quickly, old friend, to the gate! Snatching the fallen priest book, Iolo dives into the redness with Shabmino at his heels. The howling throng surges forward, all of one terrible mind. Let's go! We did it! We escaped! The gate wanes rapidly as you and Dupre charge through. But not rapidly enough. From the mob's vanguard, 3 of the abominations scramble towards the gate. Driven by fury, the creatures hurl their bodies into the portal's last handspan of light. Uh-oh, what's gonna happen? To the battle, to my side. Take this, I shall bear thine head. Oh, there's Lord British. We got beamed right to the throne room. And we got a whole bunch of loot right away in the first 10 seconds. Very cool. So it definitely has that the bag mechanics feel of Ultima 7 already. My liege, the noble ruler of Britannia. There's Lord British. Zeke, 'tis good to see thee again. Much hath happened since thou last departed our realm. Take this key. It will unlock the gatehouse by the southern entrance to the castle. Then you can use the lever inside to raise the portcullis, and the crank will lower the drawbridge. The same key will also let you into the sewers under the castle. Now let me tell thee what hath transpired since thy last visit. The vast underworld from which thou dost rescue me hath collapsed, yet still there are forces of evil abroad in the land. As always. That never seems to go away in Britannia. Britannia is under attack by gargoyles such as those thou had just fought. They have been coming up through the dungeons. Thus far they have mainly been attacking in the shrines of the 8 virtues. When the shrine of compassion didst fall, Sir Geoffrey sent a party to free it. Do thou ask him of this mission. Perhaps thou canst prove of some assistance. Whilst thou art here, I have a room in the castle set aside for thy personal use. 'Tis in the west wing of the castle, just south of mine own chambers. I have had my servants place some equipment there, in case thou shouldst have need of it. Right on. We are to get a bank. A loot bank. It's too bad the music stops. Of course, thou mayst feel free to borrow anything in my castle if thou shouldst need it. Lastly, any time thou dost need healing, do thou but ask me. If thou doth wish me to repeat all this later, thou need but ask. Okay, Geoffrey, shrines, virtues, shrine of compassion, name, job, buy, Retreat, heal? Is that retreat or repeat? Maybe repeat. The mouse cursor's in the way. Yeah, it is repeat. Okay, by now the gargoyles have captured them all. Okay, they've captured all the shrines. Thou must hurry if thou wouldst foil their evil schemes. Okay. Heal? Lord British waves his hand and your whole party is healed. Whoa. That's a loud sound effect. Okay, sure. I missed what he... Does thou hold them? I am Lord British, as thou knowest well. Virtues. Stay strong in thy commitment to the 8 virtues. It is our belief in them that sets us apart from the cruel invaders who would destroy all that we hold dear. Runes. Ask the leaders of each town to tell thee of that. 'Tis I who should thank thee, Avatar, for all thou hast done for Britannia. He is my chancellor. Is that Theoden? Not Theoden. I missed the name. Chancellor. Tholden. Tholden is my chancellor. Job. Thanks to thee, I sit once more upon the throne of Britannia. Though 'tis a heavy burden in such troubled times as these. Troubled times. The gargoyles art indeed the greatest threat our realm has ever known. But, of course, that's what he always says in every Ultima. But it is true within the context of that game, of any Ultima game. We are fortunate indeed that fate hath brought thee here in our hour of need. Gargoyles, perhaps thou canst drive these vile creatures back into the bowels of the earth, from whence they came. All our efforts thus far have availed us naught. Bye. Farewell, my liege. May fortune favor thee. Okay, you see a concerned-looking mage. Hail to thee, Zeke, and well met. 'Tis I who learned of thy peril through my mystical arts, so that aid might be sent unto thee. Iolo, I saw thou didst find a book. Might I examine it? Certainly, my lord. Perhaps thou canst make better sense of it than I, says Iolo. Strange. This has a picture on its cover of a gargoyle standing with one foot on the chest of a slain human. This is interesting. It's written in a language I know not. Take it to Maria at the Lyceum, the finest scribe on the great council of wizards. She has studied many languages, and perhaps she can decipher this book for thee. Mariah or Maria? I think it's Mariah. I've always pronounced it Maria, but... One more thing, Avatar. I noticed thou didst arrive through a red gateway. Dost thou have the stone that opened the gate? Yes, indeedly do. Say yes. Yes. From whence... Oh, totally flashed before I could pause. Best ask Lord British about it. I believe he has some knowledge of such items. Okay. Back to Lord British. The noble ruler of Britannia. Okay. Good morning, Zeke. What wouldst thou speak of? Orb, probably. I'm Lord British. You knowest well. Orb. You show... I think it's you show Lord British the orb. I have such a stone, as thou may recall. I did not know that there were more such orbs. 'Twill serve thee well in thy travels, if thou dost learn to master its powers. To open a gate, use the stone and carefully position it a few feet from thee. Thou wilt discover that the placement is the key. In the proper positions. The stone canst conjure gates to take thee to numerous destinations. So, just as an aside, I'm already seeing one minor issue that I'm going to have with this game, for sure, is that the benefit of the chat, sort of the chat text that is currently displayed in a lot of the Ultima games where, it's a familiar sidebar area, is that you can read it if you miss any part of the conversation. So it's something you can scroll back to and check out. So again, I haven't seen the beta yet. It's hopefully end of February 2023. And it would be great if there was some kind of option where you could maybe toggle it and it shows up in some kind of scrollable window, because some of these conversations are going by super fast. So I would never be able to follow a lot of the dialogue if there was no way to sort of control that. I guess we can always go into the engine and adjust that, maybe add in a delay, a much longer delay, but it would be nice if it was some kind of presented in some kind of format that we can scroll back and check out. Okay. Thou wilt discover that the placement is the key. In the proper positions, the stone canst conjure gates to take thee to numerous destinations. Okay, bye. You see, tall, handsome man. I'm glad to see thee, Zeke. Perhaps thou canst prevail where others could not. I sent a party of 10 to recapture the Shrine of Compassion from the gargoyles. Alas, they failed dismally. The survivors are recuperating in the town of Cove. Thou wouldst do well to speak with them first. Mayhap they learn something which might aid thee. I must confess I fear the worst. The gargoyles are such powerful foes, and they are spreading so fast. Perhaps the end of the realm is nigh. Good luck, and my prayers go with thee. Boy, he's a real ray of sunshine, eh? Oh, there's Chuckles. Cool, we got some kind of clock. Oh, look at that, a chest full of food. Already we've got bags within bags within bags. I love it. But this looks tremendous. This looks like a lot of fun. Again, I'm definitely eager to get my hands on this once this is ready. There's a lot of good details here. Just to repeat, in case it's not obvious, all of the tiles are sort of backported from Ultima 7. The black gate. And they use them for this game here. At least that's the general idea. Maybe a lot of these common tiles are just pre-existing assets from Ultima 6, like that same art style. Like common, like bookcases and furniture, bread, food, that kind of stuff. Or it could be everything. A ton of work. And a red bed with a red doorway there. Okay, where are we now? So we're just gearing up. Oh, what's this? Oh my gosh, I don't know if I can read that. That's pretty small print. Hubert's Hair-Raising Adventure by Bill Pearl. Bill Past? Maybe? Bill Pete? Sorry, I can't make that up. Hubert the lion was haughty and vain, and especially proud of his elegant mane. But conceit of this sort isn't proper at all, and Hubert the lion was due for a fall. One day, as he sharpened his claws on a rake? On a rock, he received a most horrible, terrible shock. A flaming hot spark flew up into the air, came down on his head, and ignited his hair. With a roar of surprise, he took off like a streak away through the jungle to Zambui Creek. I don't know, I can't read that. Zambuk Creek. He leaped in kersplash with a shower of bubbles and came bobbing up with a head full of stubbles. At first, he just stared with a wide open mouth at the cloud of black smoke drifting off to the south. Then he fell with his paws just... Oh my gosh, I can't make that out. Just in... I gotta zoom that up. I gotta get a new prescription in my glasses. Just then he fell with his... Oh, he felt with his paws just in the back of his mane. And he suddenly realized the worst of his fears. Oh, back of his ears, not mane. I am ruined, he thought. And what'll I do? I'd something dead or go live in a zoo. And if anyone sees me, oh, what a disgrace. So I'd better discover a good hiding place. A good precautionary tale. Yeah, I guess I better have like graphics cranked up to maximum to read some of this fine print. Okay, so we got tons of gear here that we're totally loading up, which is pretty cool. Okay, going through the rest of the castle. If you're looking for clues, there's something for you under a plant in Serpent's Hold, okay? And I honestly can't tell you the last time I played Ultima 6. I know I didn't play it very far. At the time, I just wasn't into isometric view games. So, I think this would be a cool one to explore. A cute little mouse, squeak, squeak, squeak. Talking to a mouse, says Dupre, methinks thou starting to imagine things. Name. I am Lord British's friend, Sherry. Sherry the mouse. I can slip through openings that are too small for you to fit through. Cool. Sherry. Pleased to meet you. Lord British. He reads me bedtime stories every night. Aw. It's amazing how this mouse understands English. Anyway. Or even speaks it. Stories. He knows the one about Hubert the Lion by heart. Hubert the Lion. That's my favorite story. I wish people would clean up under their beds and cabinets. Dust mice are no friends of mine. Squeak. Squeak, squirk. Squirk. Squeak! Meow. Eek! Oh, that's pretty mean. Poor Sherry. Scared her off with a cat. Okay, what's this? Ringworld by Larry Niven. Herein lies the works that tell of adventures to be had in the space between Britannia and the heavens. The work, although fictional, proposes that there are many undiscovered lands that lie between Britannia and other suns. So basically more pillaging of the castle, as we always get to do in every Ultima game, which is a lot of fun. Even Ultima 4. Oh my gosh, that went by really fast. Ho-he-hum. I've got a clue. It's important and just for you. Name. Why, I'm Chuckles, the jester, of course. You've heard of me, haven't you? Sure you have. Job. To jape, to jeer, to prance, to frolic, to keep this place unmelancholic. I practice tomfoolery for Lord British, or anyone else who passes too close. Lord British. Call him Mr. Nose, but don't tell him I said so. Ha! Mr. Nose. What does Mr. Nose know? Okay, who are we gonna... Mr. Nose. Shh, don't let him know I told you. Tomfoolery. 'Cause Dick and Harry both called in sick. Oh, boy. Jape and Jeer. Jeer and Prance to dance a Cory Bantic dance. Yeah, I think that's Cory Bantic. Heard. You've heard of a word? Why, that's absurd. Oh boy. We're not going to get anything out of this guy. Absurd. I just said that. Prance. Jeer and Prance. Prance and Frolic. Frolic. I lurch around like an alcoholic. Oh my gosh. Bye. Say bye. That. You just said that. Clue. Okay, finally. Yes, it's crucial to your quest. Do you want to know what it is? Can we guess? Based on this conversation so far, I don't know. It's going to be something like, it's going to rhyme. It's got to rhyme. Yes. Perhaps I don't want to tell it. Ho-he-hum, care for a joke. Hello, Chuckles. Okay, I guess he didn't tell us. That went by so fast that I don't know. Strange, that did not work. Uh-oh. Okay, more pillaging. Excellent stuff. I wonder how geared up we can get before leaving the castle. Like how much is armor does that actually give us? Like protection. Hopefully in this playthrough there'll be like a stat screen. Oh, we're going back to Lord B. We'll call him Mr. Nose. I wonder if that was in the original Ultima 6. I'll have to go back at some point maybe and check that out. Oh, who's this? The cook? Yep. Taking everything. Yeah, basically just don't mind us. We're just taking everything in the kitchen. Hope you didn't need it. All the bread, all the wine. Whatever you've got, we'll grab it all. I know you've never seen us before. Oh, hello there. Oh, a bare-chested... Okay, I missed that one. He pulls a napkin from his belt and mops at his brow. Now, what were you saying? Wait a minute, he interrupts. I recognize you. You're the Avatar. I've always wanted to meet you. Well, good thing too, because we took everything in your kitchen. You're the greatest hero in all the lands. Avatar, name, job, by. Okay, probably Avatar. You've heard all about your adventures. I've heard all about your adventures. I wish I were a warrior too, and not just a cook. Hey, there's nothing wrong with just a cook. Name, Maldrick, I am. Once Maldrick the boar hunter, now Maldrick the cook. Oh, that went by too fast. But one day I presented a roast boar as a gift to His Majesty, and he liked it so much he hired me as his cook. Cook. I like having a job where I can make people happy. Job. I cook for all those who live in the castle, and for many guests who dine with Lord British as well. 'Tis satisfying work, yet at times I wish I could travel with one such as you. Oh, there's no option to... Oh, well, maybe not yet. Maybe there'll be an option to have the cook join us. Then we get, like, prepared meals everywhere we go. That would be cool. Forest. Those were good times, but I'm happy here. Cooking for Mr. Nose. Okay, where's Majesty? Yes, Lord British himself. Cook. I like having a job where I can make people happy. Guests. Lord British has many friends. Travel. I shouldn't even speak of such things. After all, you are the Avatar, and I but a lowly cook. Please forgive me. Oh. That's it. He gave us the hand and walked away. Back to Chuckles? No. strange that did not work. Okay, we're in the basement. The basement of the castle. Let's check this out. A skinny, awkward-looking man wearing boots that come up past his knees. Hey, 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 welcome to the finest sewers in Britannia. You look like you need a nickname, so I'll just call you Ducks. Name. My name's Daros, Old Duck. He shakes your hand. Job. Well, Ducky, I keep the sewers running the way they should. When work is slow, sometimes I play a joke or two on my friends to keep things lively. Then he winks at you. Joke. Oh, you know ducks, the usual kinds. He nudges you in the ribs. Friends. Even though we don't know each other that well, I'd like to think of you as my friend already. Well, that's just Ducky. Sewers. Britain is the biggest city in the world, and those people use a lot of water. All the runoff drains down here. It's not a bad place to work, really, except for the rats. Rats. They're pretty big, Ducky, but not to worry. They usually won't eat you until after they've killed you first. Oh, well, that's reassuring. Of course, if you have a set of panpipes, I hear you can just pipe them away. Panpipes. I don't have a set myself, I usually just run away. Run. It's a real good exercise. Water. I wouldn't go swimming around here, ducks. Britain. Go back up and have a look. I'm sure it's still there. He grins, obviously delighted with his own sense of humor. Job. Well, Ducky, I keep the sewers running the way they should. When work is slow, sometimes... Okay, same thing. Oh, see you around, old duck. He gives you a hearty slap on the back as you leave, which almost knocks one of the straps of your pack loose. Oh, and he gives you a rubber duck. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Oh man, that's totally black. Hopefully there's a way to adjust the contrast in this, because that looks like totally... I thought this was totally black space, like unable to adventure in. Oh, bye. See you around, old duck. Okay, back upstairs. Maybe we can leave Britain now? Alright. Okay, now we do some more bag management. So, a lot of the food, probably. Stacks and stacks of bags. Oh. Let's organize that bread. I think that's bread. That's hard to tell on some of these icons. Okay, we're in the guard tower. Oh, yeah, that key. There's the key. Use the key. Okay, good. There we go. Drawbridge down. Ahoy. Oh, so we gotta lower the drawbridge and raise the portcullis. Makes sense. I didn't even see that portcullis. Okay. Oh, I guess you can change the party configuration as you travel. That's pretty cool. Oh, look at all that farmland. Oh, a sly... Oh, hello, my good man. A sly-looking something. Name. He glances around quickly to see if anyone seems to be listening. I'm Lord British, but don't tell anyone. I'm in disguise so I can mingle with the commoners. Oh, really, Mr. Nose? Job. I'm pretending to be a beggar. That way no one will suspect who I really am. Here, give me a few coins to keep anyone from getting suspicious. Well, that's a pretty good story, I gotta admit. Pretty good tactic. Do you give him any money? No. Broke, are you? Well, come by after I'm done with this disguise, and I'll give you a loan from the Royal Treasury. Name. Oh. Okay, commoners. Of course, but as a beggar, people will tell me just about anything. Chuckles. He's in disguise too, you know. He's really Blackthorn. Blackthorn. I decided banishment was too harsh for him, so I brought him back and made him my jester. The real Chuckles is tied up in my dungeons. I got tired of him making fun of my nose. That's pretty good. Again, I don't know how much of this is in the original Ultima 6. That's a pretty funny stuff, though. Dungeons. I'm Lord British and I can do whatever I want to. Disguise. Very convincing, don't you think? I made it myself. Treasury. I've got 40 million crowns, not to mention my secret bank accounts. I'm surprised he didn't say offshore bank accounts. Accounts. I told you not to mention that. Beggar. I'm really Lord British. I can prove it to you. I know all the 8 mantras and where the runes are, too. Runes. I'll tell you this because you look like someone who can keep a secret. I sent out 8 fake runes to all the lords to fool everybody. I put all the real ones in a little box and hid it under my throne. I wonder how much of this turns out to be true. That'd be really funny if it was actually a plot detail that later on we go under his throne and discover this bag with the real runes. You can't see it there because I turned invisible. Okay, maybe not. Too bad. Would have been kind of funny if, like, in between all these obvious lies, there was something that was mostly true. Okay, mantra is invisible. Invisible. A clever trick, or I'm not Finn, or my name's not Finn. Finn. Oh, that's just the name I'm pretending to go by. Of course you know I'm really Lord British. I can see you're too smart to be fooled by this disguise. Mantras. Okay, here are the mantras. Justice, Do. Compassion, Re. Honor, Mi. Valor, Fa. Oh, I see. Spirituality, So. Humility, La. Sacrifice, T. Gosh, wouldn't you know it? The mantra of honesty slips my mind at the moment. I wonder if it's Do. 8. I killed the dragon when I was 8, you know, with my bare hands too. Dragon. He was a big one, but he hadn't reckoned with the likes of me. I was a tough kid. Tough. I was so tough he couldn't chew me, and he had to spit me out. That's when I killed him. Bye. Oh, we're going to try giving him money. Let's see what happens. He takes the money. Good. I'll get this back to you later. Bye. If you need me later, I'll be at the Blue Boar, disguised as the tavern keeper, but I won't admit to it there if you ask me. Too many people that might hear. That's pretty good. You see Shimino smiling, an unusual sight. In Ultima 9, they pronounce it Shamino, but I guess I've always said Shimino since Ultima 4. Noticing your tension, he says, "Perhaps there's a little of Lord British in us all." That's a pretty good one. Nice one, Shamino. Okay, where to now? How much is left? Oh, we're almost done. This could be it. Well, there's some screenshots there. I don't know when the last time they've been updated, but it definitely looks, these definitely look like the original. Well, no, they are the original. This is what the original Ultima 6 looked like, and it's great to have this side-by-side comparison. Maybe it should be more pronounced. I don't know how many people actually visit the site, but maybe like do a real, like expand these to be like a real side-by-side of the two images. Anyway, whatever. I'm looking forward to it. It's really great that there's been some work on this. I know it's been hard for a lot of people over the pandemic, and it's great to hear that the team has been able to make some movement on this and that there's a beta coming out. I'm really excited to see it. I can't wait for it. And that's all I got today. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one, everyone. All right. Take it easy, everyone. Peace.